of what started it all. It is not the type of material that one finds in any other geologic terrain or created by any terrestrial geologic process.
Iron in rock is usually mixed with other minerals, but at the mysterious crater, the iron was almost pure. And there were large amounts of it, quantities not normally found on the Earth's surface, spread over a huge area surrounding the crater. Barringer believed the pieces were meteorites, small space rocks that form when big asteroids break apart. He had a hunch that this huge hole in the desert was formed by a giant asteroid made largely from iron. Barringer immediately saw the commercial opportunities. From the crater's size, he calculated that the asteroid must have weighed 10 million tons. With iron then at $80 a ton, Barringer was convinced he could become a rich man from mining the iron. So, in 1903, Barringer bought the crater site of over 1,200 acres and hired crews to begin digging. Convinced it was an impact site, he named it Meteor Crater.
We're in one of the remnants of Barringer's mining camp. This is a place where his miners lived, ate, slept, while they looked for the buried meteoritic mass that they thought was beneath the floor of the crater.
For years, Barringer and his men found only small fragments of iron. Undeterred by this, they kept digging deeper and deeper shafts into the Earth.
The largest of which, the main shaft, you can see is a white island of debris in the center of the crater. And in fact, one of those holes, close to me here, reached a depth of nearly 1,400 feet beneath the surface of the Earth. In all of these cases, or most of these cases, they found telltale hints of the impacting meteoritic body, but no giant mass.
Barringer did stumble across some clues to the crater's origin. Strange and unique rock formations, and fine pulverized rocks spread around the crater.
He noticed, quite rightly, that it is so fine it is almost like talcum powder, the type of thing that immediately alerted him to something unusual in the geologic processes that shaped the land here.
To Barringer, the pulverized rock was a major clue, which pointed to one thing: the violent impact of an asteroid.
As a geologist, if I saw this rock, I would say, okay, this is not something that I see around a volcanic crater. There's something going on here, and I need to figure it out.
Barringer also discovered other oddities. At the crater rim, he noted a bed of rocks that were chaotically overturned.
Dramatic energy uplifted the rocks in the crater wall behind me. Originally, they were absolutely horizontal, and you can see that they are tilted upwards. And if you look very closely at the very top of the rim, they are completely overturned.
For 27 years, Daniel Barringer obsessively sunk mine shafts in search of his giant iron asteroid, with no success. Barringer died in 1929, having lost $600,000 of his own and investors' money. $10 million in today's money. The privately owned crater has remained in his family to this day. But his theory about the asteroid impact at Meteor Crater spurred further investigation based on 3 clues he had uncovered. The first, the pieces of pure iron scattered across the crater. Next, rock that had been crushed into fine powder. And finally, strange rocks thrown up and flipped over at the crater's rim. Meteor Crater in the Arizona desert certainly was a mystery to the geological community. The debate was whether it was caused by volcanic activity or an asteroid impact. It wasn't finally resolved until 1960. A young geologist, Eugene Shoemaker, became interested in Barringer's research. He would take the investigation in a new direction, which turned Meteor Crater into one of the most investigated crater sites on Earth. Shoemaker was working on craters left by nuclear explosions on test sites in Nevada. His task was to find out how the explosions transformed the landscape.